Alrighty, what it is, people, Phoenix Motorsports is live. Listen, man, I'm a motorcycle mechanic, and I focus on being a motorcycle mechanic, not a YouTuber. So, take everything you see here with a grain of salt, because normally I'm doing this with some tunes jamming in the background and doing my thing, but bringing y'all along to show you some things. And we're going to try this in a live platform just for something different, man. Some folks may want to see it. I don't know. So, as y'all know, what we're working on is a Honda GL 1200 Goldwing. And we are changing a stator, which, motorcycle peeps, you know what I'm talking about. Non-motorcycle peeps, what the stator is it's kind of like what your alternator is to your car. That's what the stator is to a motorcycle. Pardon my cluttered workbench. I just tore this thing apart. So, what we got here is this is not stock. This is not factory. This is a cheap Chinese, like a Caltrick or something. Somebody already had this bike apart, went through the trouble of tearing the whole thing down, and used a cheap unit to replace. Let's give her a quick little clean up and wipe down so it doesn't totally trash me out. And we're going to show you the difference in the two. Pointer. As you can see, any electrical component where you see this, that is bad, bad, bad. That's burnt. She's a burnt. She's a burnt. She's a burnt. See, there used to be a coating on there, and it all melted away and burned up. This is sitting at the bottom, so everything just kind of congealed around here. The sucker got hot. The reason it got hot was somebody had on this bike a set of neons. They were real popular early 90s. Instead of like the LED lights, they had neons running under the bike. I clipped the wires, disconnected everything so the neons wouldn't work. I didn't pull them off. I didn't pull the wiring off. Well, there was a piece of wire rubbing against the frame from the neons, and in time it wore through the insulation, ground it out, which put a huge tax on the charging system, and this is the charging system. It was killing the battery, and the heat from it killed the stator. That's why this bike was parked. As you can see, burnt, toast, done. I could send it in and have it rebuilt. There's, honestly, no point in doing that. What you're going to see here, everybody recommended this company. Every bike shop I talk to, everyone that's ever folded one of these, because as you know, if you're a Goldwing person, in the early models, you had to completely remove the engine to replace this, and I have done that, and it is a pain in the ass. We're on week number 3, and I just, mess around in my garage on the weekends. I'm not like a professional mechanic. I'm a truck driver for a living, so. Here is the replacement unit by Rick's Motorsports. And as you can see, everything's got a heavy coating on it. This protectant keeps the oil out. Heavier gauge wiring. And in general, it's just neater all around. Just a better unit. It costs that cheap unit here, this guy, if I had to guess, it's probably a Caltrick, which is like a Chinese reproduction. They're like, for a GL 1200, $45 for one of these, give or take. This Rick's is handmade, and they're like 150, and you can just clearly see the difference. I already got crud on it, but you can clearly see the difference in the manufacturing. So, being as this job is such a booger to put it in, why would you cheap out? Unless you took it to a bike shop to have it done, and they were like, well, I'm going to save 150, put 150 in my pocket, because this bike's old, this dude's going to ride it for a year or two and say I'm done with it. Yeah, I get it, but me personally, I want to save this old machine. I have some emotional attachment to it. and I want to keep it around. So I spent the money and I bought the better part. Anyways, if you follow me on Facebook, man, check me out over there because the live version of this is done. I showed you what I needed to show you, and I figured this would be quicker and easier than actually making a video and uploading it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this all back together, and this is just the most commonsensical, easy thing to do. There's 3 screws that hold it in. This plug goes through the back. There's a washer that holds it down, and there's a clip. It's real easy. Y'all don't need to see that. I don't know if I'm going to waste my time with that. I got to scrape this gasket off, and I'm going to glue down the new gasket, which, oh, I should bring that up. The new gasket, which I got from Rick's, I already threw those pieces of the old one away, so I can't show you, but you dig it. We got a little copper seal. And this is the part of the engine that's going to ride. Like, this is your starter, clutch cover, stator cover over here. And how that goes? Yeah. Well, it'll be like that. You can't see it. But the part that's going to actually hold oil, it's got a little extra piece of sealing on it. I really, really like that. This is a high quality unit. And once again, this was like $17 versus $12 for the cheap Chinese. To change this, if it leaks, you got to pull the engine on the bike. So why would you not spend $5 more? So that's what's up. And yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get on up out of here. For example, of a cheap gasket. This is for the actual clutch cover. This is a relatively cheap one, but this doesn't matter. If this gasket fails, I can change this gasket without removing the engine from the bike. So that's how we're gonna do it. But anyways, I am going back to Facebook Live where, like, they won't shut me down because I like music playing in the background. Although they did shut me down, which annoyed me. But YouTube will definitely shut me down. So if you follow me there, you would know my name. If you follow this, you would know Kevin6154, which that's a Facebook. But if I don't like you, you don't get to see it. So yeah, that's how we're doing that. We're gonna switch over to there. It's not going to show up on Kevin6154 until I'm done, but I will upload it there. And thanks for watching, man.